Hey everybody, Divisive Legend here. So, today's video, I'm making this like 1 o'clock in the morning. I'm going to talk about the negative stereotypes of African Americans and how blacks are perpetuating their own stereotypes and making themselves look stupid by doing so. So, in order to start this off, first thing I'm going to say is I'm going to take a walk through University Avenue here, through what's starting to be the predominantly black area of University Avenue. This is the area that is primarily black, and this is the area where there's the most crime at over in St. Paul area, besides the east side, which is even more black. This is the busiest area. So, we're going to start over here. After this, I'm going to turn around and go the normal way. But I'm going to show you about how much of this negative stereotype is being perpetuated. We're still in the Asian side of town. But the thing is, blacks, they've got all these negative stereotypes put out on them. And the reason that these stereotypes are being put out is because of the fact that they are perpetuating these stereotypes. And I'll show you some of the ways they are. Start here. Right here, I can't zoom in because my camera apparently doesn't have a flashlight on it for this. But look, you got Hickory Hut. Now yes, they have some good wings, but look, see? Chicken place. So there's the first one. Now this is the first stereotype I'm talking about, is the stereotype of blacks and fried chicken. There's your first fried chicken joint, your first chicken joint period. So, there's one. Now, this is all in a 1 block radius, what I'm about to show you about the chicken. Now, here we've got a staffing agency, we've got a temp agency, Spectrum Staffing. Look, jobs. This is where these African Americans could go to get jobs. Look. Too bad I can't show too much on it, but let's see. As you can see, look at that. Not too good a picture, but look, there's cracks, there's damages on the window where they damaged that. Okay, on top of the damage there, look, litter on the ground, mainly cigarette butts. That's because we're in the predominantly Asian part. Like, when you cross over here, you're going to the Asian area, but there's still blacks. Now look, you got Diva African American braids, which it's just a sign to ask for this person. That's for getting things done to your hair. Now look, over here. Big Daddy's Barbecue. Okay? Ribs, chicken, and tips. So there we go. Another place that's selling chicken in less than a 1 block radius. That is definite perpetuation of a negative stereotype on blacks. About blacks liking nothing but fried chicken. So there's an example how they're perpetuating it. Now, we're crossing more into the African American side of Frogtown now. Okay. Over here you got Los Campos, all that area. Summer. So with that, now let's cross the street over here, because this will really show you guys something. This will show you how ridiculous. There's 2 chicken places in a 1 block radius. This is how ridiculous this shit is. Okay, this is the light rail station. More cigarette butts. Now, this is where we are. We're in the black side of community now. Actually, this is where the African American side of the community starts. See, we've got cans on the ground from littering. You got all the littering that's being done. You haven't seen nothing yet. This is just a start. You say there's a lot more trash and litter all over the ground now when you get out here. It gets to be a substantial amount more. See? Look. See, there's more littering. But this isn't even the worst of it. This isn't even how bad this gets. But as you can see, there's substantially more littering, substantially more of that bullshit out here, where it's not people not so much caring about their community and their environment as much. I know you probably can't see anything as well as you should because it's nighttime. But check this. Earth's Beauty Supply Plus. It's a beauty supply. Okay, look. See that sign right there? Here's what it says. That is for a weave. Okay? This place is selling weaves. Say 100% human hair. Weaves. Okay, now look. Right here on this sign, it says, shoplifter, not allowed at store. Black woman. Black woman. Shoplifter, not allowed at store. All of them. Black women. You see that? More. More of them. Okay, all of the shoplifters that have come to this store have been black women. So it clearly says these shoplifters are not allowed at the store. How ironic is it that all of these female shoplifters and all these shoplifters in general are black women that are here at a store selling weaves, shoplifting? I'll tell you why. That's because they want their weaves. They want their weave. Now, okay, look. Here's another chicken place. Look, Hooks, chicken and fish. Fried chicken, once again, fried chicken. You gotta have that, right? But look, that's not even the worst part. Look at this. They have to put bars on the windows of a place that's selling fried chicken. They have to put bars on chicken store windows. That's how ridiculous this is. Okay, look. Look up there. They even have to put the bars up there. Look at this. They even have to put the bars on the weave shop so people don't break in and steal the weaves. That's how bad this is. Okay, now, what I'm about to talk about further, back to topic. As you can see, the fried chicken stereotype is strongly being perpetuated right here. The weave stereotype strongly being perpetuated here again. Oh, by the way, look, before we even turn the corner, before you even go down the street, look. Fire and ice, famous Philly stick lemonade. But look what the first thing is that they're advertising. Jumbo fish, chicken, and fish. Mainly, but they out here advertising chicken again. Okay. Here's a little nail salon. Look, the nail salon. They have to put a fucking bars on the window to the nail salon. Okay. I'm not done. Here's the plasma center. There's the plasma center. Hey, $1 plus. I'm walking up here. This is the dollar store. This will show you what I'm talking about with blacks perpetuating the negative stereotypes of being violent and burglarizing things. Look, $1 plus. Fucking $1 plus. Look at that. They have to put bars on the dollar store window. Oh, and look, even in there. You can't see it too well, but they're selling weaves in there. It's so bad they're selling weaves at the dollar store in a black community because these black women are so busy wanting to get their crowns, wanting their weaves. So, as you can see, just this little 1 block walk that I took has shown that this black community has a bunch of people perpetuating the stereotypes of weaves, perpetuating the stereotypes of fried chicken. You see, there's a lot of litter on the ground. There's a lot of fighting in this community, too. There's a lot of violence out here. And as you can see, everything I'm saying about black communities is proving to be true just by me showing you this community. You will never see every single place in a white community having to put bars on the window, including the fucking dollar store. It is a dollar store. Who needs to break into a dollar store? You will never see white women stealing a weave because white women do not worship the weave like that. Only black women as a whole. The general population of black women loves their weave and they worship their weaves. So, That being said, now, the fact that they have to put bars on the windows and bars on the doors should be telling proof of how violent a black community really is. Because it shows how violent a black community really is. Why would they need to do that if the black communities were not being so violent? Why would they need to put the bars up if blacks weren't robbing, breaking into things, and killing people? Now, we're going to keep going a little bit, but as you can see, this is a very common occurrence in black communities. It's a common enough occurrence that, look at that. We're not even close to a McDonald's. But look, 10 chicken McNuggets. Okay, you got people littering out here. Not even close to it. Now, I challenge anyone to tell me of a white community where they have to put bars on the dollar store and where they have to do that shit. You will not find that. If you do, you do. But I'm very doubtful you will find that. Okay. See, grocery store across the street, bars on the window there. Once again, they have to put bars up to protect themselves from being broken into. So, if these places are having so many break-ins and there's so much burglaries and robberies in this area that they have to do this, clearly that is a problem in black communities. People can deny it all they want. But I'm going to talk a little bit now about how blacks are embarrassing themselves by doing this. They talk about how they want to be treated better and how not all blacks are criminals, which that's true, not all blacks are criminals, but they want to sit here and talk about what blacks are being stereotyped as and what they're being looked at as predominantly. Blacks would not be looked at as being violent people if they were not out here breaking into fucking dollar stores, shoplifting and stealing weaves. If they weren't doing that, they would not be looked at as thieves. If they were out here and they were actually working and being productive members of society, they would not be looked at the way they are. Simple as that. Since they're out here doing it, they're going to be grouped negatively because they are perpetuating their own stereotypes on themselves. And just this little walk in this community has showcased a lot of how they are. Now, I'm keeping the camera out, so if you guys do see the litter, you can pay attention to it. You can definitely see that there is a lot of littering out here. So, when blacks are shooting each other and killing each other at a rate that they're committing 52% of the murders in the country, while being 13% of the population, clearly it is a high volume of African Americans who are doing said behavior. When African Americans are the majority of the prison population, that is because they are committing a substantial amount of crime. Because they're committing a substantial amount of crime, they're going to be looked at as being criminals and violent criminals when they're the majority of people in prison for violent crime, despite being a smaller amount of the population than almost any other ethnicity. So, that being said,